The classic TV show MASH was first based off a film of the same name. The film was a success, but when the attempt at making a sequel, MASH Goes to Maine, was a terrible disaster, creators decided to opt for a TV series instead. The original premise was based on the 1968 novel by Richard Hooker entitled MASH, a novel about 3 Army doctors. Since the film adaptation was met with such glowing reviews, and the creators knew they could do so much more with the original story, the first episode of the series aired on September 17, 1972. Today, it remains one of the most popular TV shows to ever grace American screens. The dark comedy revolves around the members of the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, stationed in Korea during the Korean War. The amazing ensemble cast was filled with versatile actors who could perform stellar comedy while also remaining serious and emotional during the dramatic scenes. Because much of the series aired during the Vietnam War, which had many parallels to the Korean War, the creators knew the show couldn't be strictly comedic. The show wasn't afraid to be dramatic, serious, and even incredibly sad. Fans agree this is a major part of what made MASH such an amazing show. Today, MASH still airs in syndication. Even though the show is considered old by today's standards, it's also in a sense timeless. The show still hits just as hard as it did in the 70s, and even children can enjoy the comedic elements. It ran for 11 seasons, airing a total of 256 episodes, until it finally ended on February 28, 1983, with the record-breaking series finale, Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. Today, we're going to take a closer look at what made this finale so special, as well as some behind-the-scenes secrets you didn't know. Stick around, because we're going to reveal how the creators were able to adapt to a sudden natural disaster on set, and even turn it into part of the show. If this classic war movie leaves you wanting to try your hand at high-stakes military strategy, then you'll want to check out the sponsor of this video, Conflict of Nations. Conflict of Nations is a free, online PvP strategy game. You choose a real country to lead during World War III, while you fight up to 128 other players in real-time tactical combat. These games can take weeks to complete, allowing for deep levels of strategic planning. You're in control of the strategy. Choose to forge alliances with other players, or declare war on your neighbors to take over the world. Conflict of Nations is available on both PC and mobile devices, and you can play with the same account across all devices. If you click the link in the description, you can start playing today and get an exclusive gift, which includes 13,000 gold and a 1-month premium subscription for free. Only 2 actors appeared in the first and last episodes. MASH spanned a total of 11 seasons and 256 amazing episodes, but between the very first and last, only 2 cast members appeared in both. Because the show lasted so long, many original actors ended up leaving. The only 2 actors to appear in both the first and last episodes were Alder, who played Captain Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce, and Loretta Swit, who played Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan. Alder didn't just work as an actor on the show, he also played a special role behind the camera, directing a total of 31 episodes, including the finale. The creators worked a real fire into the script. The original series finale was only meant to last 90 minutes. However, while filming, the Fox Ranch set, located in Malibu Creek State Park, caught a blaze. Rather than scrapping filming for the day, the creators decided to instead film the fire and work it into the finale. This added a full 30 minutes of plot, where a bomb goes off and triggers a forest fire. Even though the finale ended up being 30 minutes longer than intended, audience members certainly didn't mind. The network didn't mind either, as 30-second commercial blocks sold for as much as $450,000, which even beat the Super Bowl commercials at the time. It wasn't actually the last MASH episode filmed. The tearful goodbyes of the characters on screen were so raw and realistic, everyone assumed it was the actors really saying goodbye on set. But this wasn't actually the case. Not every episode of MASH was filmed in order, and this is also the case for the series finale. Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen was filmed earlier on in the season, and filmed 10th out of the 16 episodes in season 11. The actual final MASH episode ever filmed was episode 15, titled As Time Goes By. It's amazing to think the actors had to film the heart-wrenching final scenes, then pull themselves together and go on filming 6 more episodes. What happened to Loretta Swit? Loretta Swit played Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan and was one of the few cast members to act throughout the entire show. After MASH ended, she continued to act in various TV movies and shows. Her final appearance as an actor was in 2002 when she reunited with the MASH cast for a TV movie special. Today, she lives peacefully in retirement. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Facts First for more. And stick around because we're going to reveal the tragedy that's befallen the lead actor of MASH, Alder. The episode supposedly ruined New York's plumbing. After the series finale of MASH aired, people all over New York City claimed the plumbing was shut down. Supposedly, so many people had been sitting to watch the show for so long that an unprecedented amount of people all went to use the bathroom at the same moment the show was over. This reportedly caused damage to the plumbing. However, there's no actual evidence to suggest this happened, and it's assumed to be an urban legend. What happened to the famous signpost? The iconic signpost in MASH ended up making an appearance in a special Smithsonian exhibit 5 months after the series ended. The exhibit was titled MASH: Binding Up the Wounds, and it was on display a year and a half. Afterwards, the show's set decorator, Burt Allen, took the signpost for himself and kept it for years. In 2005, however, the signpost sold at auction for an amazing $25,000. The final episode wrapped up a joke from the first episode. In the first episode, the first scene opens with the words Korea, 1950, 100 years ago. This was a bizarre joke to audiences at the time, especially since the time it aired was only 22 years after that date. In the series finale, however, the characters put together a time capsule that will be opened up 100 years later. This made audiences realize that perhaps the show was told 100 years later, with people in the future putting the story together based on information from the time capsule. What happened to Alder? Alder is known for playing Hawkeye Pierce, but he's earned critical acclaim for many other roles. He's won 6 Primetime Emmy Awards, 5 of which were for his role in MASH, as well as 6 Golden Globe Awards. After MASH, he continued to act in shows like 30 Rock and The West Wing, as well as several films. Even at age 85, he's still making appearances in film and TV. Tragically, however, it seems his career may be drawing to a close. In 2015, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which he announced 3 years later in an interview. While people with the degenerative disorder usually live between 10 and 20 years after onset, the combination of the disease, mixed with Alder's old age, means he may not have that much longer to live. Still, he's done such amazing work throughout his life, and the diagnosis hasn't stopped him from continuing to act. Now it's time to hear from you. Were you more surprised to learn that the original signpost sold at auction for $25,000? Or that the creators of the show worked a sudden and unexpected fire into the actual finale? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to Facts First for more. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Thanks again to our sponsor, Conflict of Nations. Engage in epic battles and take over the world. Click the link in the description to start playing today and get your exclusive gift, which includes 13,000 gold and a 1-month premium subscription for free.